Well, after 20 years, we're breaking up. For over 20 years, I've been shooting on Nikon cameras. But the time has come. It's 2024. It's time to move on. I'm going mirrorless, all Sonys from now on. Let me explain why. Since I was in high school, I've been shooting on Nikon cameras. Anybody that's been a photographer for any amount of time will tell you, you're either a Nikon guy or a Canon guy. Either way, both cameras are good and both cameras can put out professional images. There is no right or wrong in this. Let's fast forward to today. Now we're in the age of mirrorless cameras, and Nikon just isn't keeping up. So what I did was in my video journey, started looking for a camera that I was going to be able to produce better YouTube content than just my GoPro. And my wife saw me looking at the Canons and looking at Nikon and looking at Sony and trying to figure out what was going to be the best option for me. She went and pulled the trigger and got me a Sony ZV-E10 Mark II. Now this camera is traditionally used as a video camera for vloggers and content creators. But what I found is, as a photographer that's trying to make video, this is a really, really good photography camera on top of being a good video camera. Now, before everybody jumps down my throat about the fact that, oh, there's no electronic viewfinder, you are right. There's not an electronic viewfinder. But what I found is that by utilizing the LCD, I can get the same focusing that I would with an electronic viewfinder, and the money saved buying a ZV-E10 over an A6700 gave me the ability to buy some extensive glass so that I could produce better images. So overall, it's not the camera. You got to remember that 90% of photography is the composition, and that comes from you and your perspective. Being able to have lenses that give you the perspective that you see the world in is what makes great photography. So don't let anyone tell you you have to have the latest and greatest and most expensive camera to be able to produce good images or good video. Really, what it takes is having an eye to do things and look at things through a different perspective of others. The lenses, the cameras, that all helps. For 20 years, I've been shooting on Nikons, starting with a D70, going to a D710, and then my 7200. I've shot and produced beautiful images that have been published in magazines as well as countless websites over the years. The only reason I went with Sony is because the mirrorless way, their autofocusing and their stabilization is just better for video. Nikon has done a poor job of keeping up with the industry when it comes to making video. And this is going to be the best hybrid shooter I can. Is it going to be the last camera I probably own? No. But what's nice is it's user-friendly and it's an easy way to get into this platform using the E-mount, and that way I can continue to produce content and give you guys new stuff. So I look forward to what else I can put out with this, but I wanted to take an opportunity to tell you why I made the change that I did and what's spawning it. Even though we're getting divorced, I don't have to, it doesn't have to be ugly. The great part about it is this Nikon is actually going to be going to my wife. She's really taken an interest in photography, and because she's not really into doing video, this will be a great camera for her to start learning the process of photography and understanding composition and knowing how to use the tools, learning the triangle, ISO, aperture, shutter speed, so she can really start producing her own images. And then as we grow and I buy a full frame Sony, she'll probably inherit the ZV-10 Mark II, and we continue this journey of photography together. So stay tuned. If you're not already, give me a follow, hit the subscribe button. Let me know what you're shooting with. I'd love to hear it in the comments, so we'll see you guys down the road.